Hey everybody, how you doing today? I'm doing very well. As you can see, it is nighttime. It is late for me to actually start doing this video because I have been so engrossed in stitching today that I haven't really felt like doing any videoing. Now, as you saw prior to this, I did do some mini clips of my walk today because I've been trying to get out and do some exercising every day. Yesterday I went jogging. Today I took a walk as I went to get the mail, and so I thought I would show some of the wildlife. Not that it's all that wild that lives around my house here. So all of those animals live within feet of my door. So I'm lucky that I live in a pretty wildlife rich area. Sorry for all the, let me turn this down. Come on. There we go. I live in a pretty wildlife rich area for living in the city, so I'm pretty lucky about that. I wanted to clarify a couple things that have been brought to my attention in recent days from past videos, as well as some of my designing. First off, from my video with my brother on Wednesday, on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. On Sunday, just to clarify, Grant has actually been knitting for many years. He's only just started knitting sweaters since February. So just to clarify that, because there's been many people commenting saying that he is a brand new knitter and just started knitting since February, and he's been doing an amazing job on all of his knitting. And while that is true that he is an amazing knitter and all, he has been knitting longer, just not sweaters. Sweaters are only since February. Secondly, I wanted to bring that just came to my attention is conversation about the Biscornu, the Friday night stitch in Biscornu. I want to clarify about the back stitch. I thought I was clear, but maybe I wasn't, so I just wanted to clarify a little bit more. When it comes to the back stitch, I did on 32 count. I did one strand for all the wording, but 2 strands for the square that frames the border, because you want 2 strands around the entire thing, because that's what you're going to use to whip stitch the 2 squares together, and you want to make sure that that is extra strong. So again, I used 1 strand for the wording, and then 2 strands for the square, and that just gives it a little bit more sturdiness, so when you go to whip stitch it, it doesn't like pull apart, or there's just a little bit more oomph there to whip stitch it together too. Again, if you have any questions as far as any of my designs, please feel free to reach out to me. Either email ginger.gerald.stitcher@gmail.com or message me on Instagram. I will message you. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Most likely it's going to be almost immediately, because I always have my phone available, and I always want to answer that right away so I don't forget to respond. Because if I don't do it right away, I'm going to forget. So again, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. I don't bite, and if I did, I wouldn't be able to anyways, because you're on the other side of the phone. So you can ask without fear of retribution or retaliation. So Friday Night Biscornu, or any of my designs are available on my Etsy store, GingerGeraldDesigns. Go check them out. And there is a Ginger Gerald Smalls sale going on, hosted by Bendy Stitching, Michelle Garrett, and Off the Grid Needle Arts, Caroline. So check that out. Let me turn you around so you can see what I've been stitching on. Since yesterday's parade of projects, have started stitching on the next page of Henry. So since yesterday, I have been, yesterday evening, maybe like 6 o'clock. I'm thinking like since 6 o'clock yesterday, I started working on Henry, and I've been binging Amazon Prime, actually, because I've always had Amazon Prime, but I've never really watched any of their shows. So I started watching The Man in the High Castle, which I know I'm behind on. There's only 2 seasons. I'm already on episode 9 of the first season. So it's pretty good. I'm not really a fan of the Second World War stuff, but the storyline has me hooked. So I'm into it, and I'm probably going to finish it just because I got to see what's going to happen now. So anyways, let me turn you around and you can see how much stitching I've gotten done since yesterday. And here is the man himself, King Henry VIII. And as you can see, I went ahead and ended up doing the next page beside where I was before. And that is what I got done since yesterday evening. So that is actually only 3 colors on the page completely done. So again, I do full page cross country. So I pick 1 color and I do the entire color on that page cross country. And I've now done 3 colors. So 2 colors today, and I finished the first color today and then went ahead and did 2 more. The first color always takes me the longest just because it's actually the one that makes the framework. And then as I move on, it gets quicker and quicker because I can use that framework or scaffolding to be able to follow on the pattern for the remainder of the colors. So it's not nearly as much counting, which makes it a lot easier. So hopefully you get all the stitches in the correct spot for the first color, so then the other colors can just pop in without any concerns for counting errors or anything like that. So the reason I chose to do this page next was because I wanted to get this necklace band or this decorative jewel band done, and I'm pretty much going to have the entire band. This X right here is on the last column of this page, so there will just be a few stitches on this side here that is not going to be done on this page for this, or for this jewel band. So yeah, that is actually going pretty quick. It would be awesome if I was able to finish this page this week, just because, I mean, that'd be awesome. But I'm not going to like stress myself out about that. But as you can see, I'm getting, it's going pretty quickly, and I'm highly motivated to do this right now. Like, the confetti is not bothering me at all. I'm really enjoying it. And I mean, my day is flying by with stitching. I can't believe it's already 9 o'clock and I'm stitching. So really enjoying this, looking forward to continuing on filling in the page. And then after this page is done, I will move on to going down here and working on these next 2 pages, because those are the next 2 most confetti dense pages. And then these last 2 pages on each column are not quite as heavy, but I do have 1 more sleeve over here. So that is where Henry is at. I will continue working on him tonight and tomorrow. And maybe not quite as much progress tomorrow because I do plan on running some errands. I have to go to the post office and get the giveaways into the sent out tomorrow, as well as probably stopping at the knitting store. So yeah, not going to be quite as much progress for tomorrow night as there is today, but who knows? We'll see. Depends upon how late I stay up tonight. So I will check in again tomorrow. So anyways, I'm going to leave you here. Don't forget to always be creative. See you guys later.